like, I'm not ready. I'm doing breathing techniques. Okay, we're live. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Lunchtime Beauty Break with Jillian. I'm Jillian. I'm so happy you're here again. And please, as always, write in your comments and your questions. I want to hear from you. Unless you don't have something nice to say, then I don't want to hear from you. But I accept all nice comments. Anyway, there are some very common beauty mistakes that can make you look older. This is a really hot topic and one that everyone likes to talk about. I'm very passionate about it and I have definite opinions. So today what I want to do is I want to show you, I want to talk about the mistakes and we're going to show you how to fix them. So let's dig right into it. First of all, let's talk about great style. Everyone loves great style. This is Iris Apfel. If you don't know who she is, can you see her there? If you don't know who she is, please look her up. By the way, she is 95 years old. She is a fashion icon. Take a look at her. Style, makeup, it's all balanced. It's all put together. She looks incredible. She is one of my idols. I just adore her. Now, what would ruin this look would be bad makeup. Because here you have this fashion icon and her makeup is perfectly balanced for her age, for how she dresses, for what she likes and how her style is. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how bad makeup can ruin your own personal style and little tricks that can fix that. So let's get, you know what, lights, let's get some action going. So number one, and please forgive me because you might be doing something and maybe I've been doing something and, you know, it's just maybe little fixes we can do. So here we go. Take it if you like it. If you don't have to. Here we go. One thing I see all the time that I'm very passionate about, that it is aging you, trust me, is stop wearing the makeup that you wore 20 or 30 years ago. So many women get stuck. They feel like I looked best in this era, that I look best in the 80s, so I'm going to maintain my 80s makeup, which actually is only dating you. Same with the 90s, same with the early 2000s. You don't want to date yourself. Let's give you a quick example. So, Donna Mills. Oh my God, this video changed my life. So the Donna Mills, this is her in the 80s. So fabulous. Everyone remembers Knots Landing and the great makeup there. Lots of blown out concealer, lots of blush. Very 80s, very definitive. Even if you took away the hair, you would see 80s makeup. Well, that was Donna Mills then. And this is Donna Mills now. Smaller picture, I apologize, but take a look. So what she did was she made adjustments to her look, which is so important. So number one, I want you to think about that. I want you to think about if this is the era you've been stuck in, or the 90s, or even the early 2000s, just shift around a little bit, and I'm going to give you some tips and tricks to do that, to get yourself to a place that you still feel like you, but that you look absolutely gorgeous and glowing. Okay, number two, we're going to rethink youthful right now. Here's the thing. Youthful has a casualness to it. And you can be mature and be youthful. Henceforth, let's take a look at these two gals. Mature and youthful. Mature and youthful. So one of the things that you might be doing that you don't even realize it is that when you're young, there's a casualness to everything you do. When you get mature, sometimes, not all women, tend to what we call beat the face, which means you put on every ounce of makeup that you own to run out to the grocery store, to run out to run errands, to get your kids from school. Like you do fully beat, powdered down, heavily lined, full-on makeup. So let's rethink that. How do we rethink that? If you could just take it down a notch, you will update your makeup years. You will take years off your face. So I'm going to show you very quickly how to do that. So this is a mock makeup bag of mine. Everything that would be in it, right? So let's take a look. It's a little heavy because I have a lot of makeup in there. See? Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. Now normally every day when I go to work, I put on a full face of makeup. But if I'm running to the store, grocery store, running around, just want to look fabulous, big eyeglasses, something cool, I don't need all this. So what you do, I want you to take, if you're someone who is kind of addicted and uncomfortable without that full face of makeup, what I want you to do is I want you to take your big bag of makeup out. I want you to find your one core item. What is your one item, ride or die, you cannot live without? It's the one thing you would run for if there was a house fire you'd have to have. For me, black eyeliner. That's my core. That's where it starts. Here you go. I talk about it all the time. That's my core. I still have a lot of makeup sitting in here. Well, let's pick one other thing that I really like. What's something else that I like? My sugar cane lip gloss. Love it. Wear it all the time. Well, now we've got 2 must-haves, right? 2 must-haves. But now I'm looking down at my makeup bag and I'm like, do I really need to wear foundation every day? I really don't. You know why? My skin is really good. Do I wear it for on camera? Of course. Do I wear it something special? Yes. I'm going to take that in my makeup bag. Do I really need full face of powder every day just to run errands? I don't think so. Do I really need blush? You know what? I'm not a blush girl. It's not my thing. So I'm going to take it out. You should be doing this for you. Bronzer. Do I really need bronzer? Yeah, I like a little color on my skin. So now we've got this big makeup bag, but I've got it down to 3 things. Every day, youthful, get me out the door. Do I need concealer every day? Nah, I'm fine. Do I need a lip pencil every day? I'm fine. Do I need mascara every day? No, I really don't. I'm fine without mascara. My lashes are good. I can do it. Do I need 5 eyeliner pencils every day? No, so we're going to take out the other ones I play with. Do I need eyebrows every day? You better be damn straight I need my eyebrows every day. I don't have any eyebrows. So now I'm running errands. If I'm just trying to get out the store, do what I need to do and look more youthful and have this more casualness to it, I've taken an entire makeup routine and I've deleted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 items. And I'm sticking with my core 4 for me that will get me out the door, looking polished, looking great, but still having this same kind of carefree attitude, which is so youthful about how I look. Okay? So that's one little trick you can do to update your beauty bag. Start with your must-haves and work backwards. And if you think you can't let go of something, you definitely can. Other thing women do, too much concealer. So, or the wrong color concealer. So as we get older, there's kind of like this need to blow out the under eye really heavy, but when in fact that really does make the lines out here more accentuated. So what I like to say to do, I'm not going to really demo this because I have some other really great demos I want to do for you, is I want you to use a hydrating, plumping eye cream. Really go for something uber hydrating, really plumping that's going to help to work those fine lines and wrinkles. Then I want you to use your foundation, right? You're going to take a little dot like that, just a little tiny dot. If you don't have dark circles, then all I want you to do is take that foundation, put it on the inside corner, and bring it here. See where the end of the eye is? Here and here. That's it, here and here. A little corner V shape. Do not brush it out, you don't need it there. So we're just going to go a tiny little bit. Actually, I'll put a tiny little bit on now. Look, here, here, inside, here, V shape, down, and blend it in. That's it. And then you know what? I'm not even going to powder it because powder does accentuate lines. It just does. I mean, it is what it is. So what I would say is just use a little bit maybe of a radiant setting powder if you had it. So watch your concealer. Do not overdo it. It is a telltale sign of a mature woman when you start to see that heaviness underneath the eye. It doesn't even look good on a young person. So now, here's a big one. Not lining the eyes properly. This one makes me crazy, and I'll tell you why. Eyeliner is more important to your eyes than eyeshadow as we age because you lose the definition around your eye. So don't worry about the eyeshadow, and let's get to that liner. Everywhere you go and everything you read is going to tell you, I shouldn't wear black eyeliner. I'm over 50. I have small eyes. Pee-shot. I don't even believe in all that. That makes me so frustrated I can't even tell you. It really is about style. Let's take a look at this gal. Love her. Mature gal, smoky eye, black eyeliner, looks absolutely gorgeous. But you know why she looks gorgeous? It's because of how she did it. So here's the trick. You're going to keep your black eyeliner, right? But then you're also going to grab a brown or a gray. So here we go. I have minimal eyeliner on the top of my eyes today. Here's another thing they tell you. Don't line the bottom, right? They say don't line with black and don't line the bottom. I say to both of those things, I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to show you how to do it right. So black eyeliner first. And again, please forgive me, I already had a little on this morning. You're going to take the black top only, and you've seen me do this before. I want you to get tight in that lash line. There should be no flesh showing between this top waterline and your lashes. That is huge. That is going to make your eye look younger, and it's going to pop it, okay? Now, I'm going to take the black, and I'm going to put a little on the outside corner, just on the outside corner. And again, this is for a mature eye, so and it wasn't even fancy. See, I did that top outside corner. Now I'm going to take a softer color. You could take a blue, you could take a gray, and you could take a brown. I'm going to take that brown, and I'm going to put it under it. Here's the rule of thumb. You should do really a quarter to a half underneath of what goes on to what goes on top. So you can go heavier on top, meaning go soft on the bottom. So now I've done black in the lash line. I'm doing brown across the black. I'm doing brown on my outside corner. And now I'm going to take my fingertip, ready? And I'm going to smudge. I'm not even using a brush. You don't even need a brush. And I'm going to smudge and smudge and smudge. And here we go. Now, I dare anybody to tell me, as a woman in her 50s, that little bit of smudging and little bit of black and little bit of brown didn't make my eye pop, didn't make my eye look more youthful. Let me tell you what makes you look old. Here's the mistake you're making. You're doing this. I'm going to do the bad one on the other eye. You ready? I'm going to take black and I'm going to do it hard. This is what women do. They take this hard line. Now, when you take a black hard line like that, it's definitely going to make it look harsh. It's not going to look soft. It's not going to look pretty. Not that I mind the look, but it is more youthful to take this harsh line, turn it into something more brown, softer, but still use your black. But look what an easy fix this is. Fingertips, fingertips. I always say save the world. Here we go. So please, don't be afraid to use black eyeliner, but just make sure you know how to use it. In the lash line on top, halfway out underneath, put a softer color over it on the top, and use your fingers to blend it in. Voila, gorgeous, mature, sexy, smoky eye. There's no rules. We don't have any rules. We're just doing guidelines, because honestly, bad makeup can ruin your fabulous style, so we just want to give you those tips. Now, another tip that women do when they get older is too much tanning or too much bronzing. As we get older, seriously what happens is the skin starts to get a little crepey, and if you put too much bronze on it or too much tan, it starts to look flat. You're not reflecting light. But if you really like having color on the skin, I get it. So here's a quick fix. And what I would do is I would take a little self-tanner, find a really good light facial self-tanner, take about a dollop, and then mix equal parts in with whatever moisturizer it is that you use, and put it on your skin at night 3 times a week. And make sure you move it down the face, down the neck. That will give you a natural radiant glow that is not a dark tan that you don't have to commit to. So mix your self-tanner with your moisturizer 3 times a week. The other thing you can do is I want you to continue to match your foundation. Never use your foundation to give yourself a darker look. But what you can do is take your bronzer. I always recommend in this instance, because it's an all year round type thing, use a matte. So I'm using the CS to medium. Then we're going to take a highlighter, okay? Yes, this is for a mature skin, because I'm going to mix a little bit of glow with a little bit of bronzer. So what I want you to do is we're going to take a little of this, with just a little bit of this, together, right across. I don't have any blush on or any bronzer, and watch what we're going to do. You know I'm big on semicircles. You know I like that C shape. Go down the neck. And you can adjust how much glow you want or how much matte you want. So let's say I want to make it a little more matte. The lights are heavy on me right now, so it makes me just get a little bit shiny. So I'm going to matte it a little bit. Now this is a proper soft bronze for a mature woman. Do you see the difference? It's clean, it's soft, it's supple, it makes the skin look fresher, it makes it pop. So take flat bronzer, a little bit of highlighter. If you have French vanilla at home or gilded honey, those are great ones to use. I'm using Ballerina. Big fluffy brush, all the way around. This is really going to help you stop feeling like you have to do such a dark tan. It is going to get you through it. Your skin should just have a really beautiful, warm glow to it, if you choose it. If you don't choose it, it's great if you just have that really kind of Snow White lily skin. I think that's really pretty too. Okay, The other thing that women do as we start to mature is too much or no blush, right? They either feel like they have to pop the cheeks right here because they feel like, oh, I'm losing my color, I'm starting to fade away, or they're like, forget it, I'm gonna skip the whole thing altogether. So as we get older, because we lose that radiance in the skin, we start to scramble for how to get it back. But the truth is, a little blush in a really softly radiant skin tone correct color is going to be perfect, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Perfect example of what it should look like. Hello, Demi Moore. Love, love, love. Look at the blush on her. Look at the radiance in her skin. That is perfect blush on a mature woman. So good. So, so, so good. So what you want to do is you want to take, I would say, a really soft brush. You could do a fan brush, or you could do a really, I don't know, maybe even like an ergonomically correct brush if you have one at home. Anything that's going to be soft is going to be the key. So if you have a deep skin, okay, if your skin is like the rich cocoa shades, I want you to use a plum or a soft red. You could really use like something like guava, or you could use plumberry. Either one's going to look absolutely stunning on a deep skin tone. If you have a medium skin tone, I want you to do something that has more apricot in it, or even a golden coral is really beautiful. And then if you have a really, really fair porcelain skin, if it's a warmer porcelain, you can do something with more coral in it. If it's a pinker porcelain, you want to do something like pink buttercup with more pink in it. So what I want you to do is I'm going to do a little bit of the guava because I have a little bit of a medium skin tone. So it's all about the brush. In this instance, it's all about the brush because we want that Demi Moore soft, perfect look. So I'm just going to use a little fan brush, and I'm going to go halfway out from the pupil and up. Always, you've heard me say this before when we've talked about blush, 2 fingers out. So let's do this. Pupil and up. Really soft, and that's it. That is how much blush you should be using to really give your skin that soft pop of color, and that's it. You can do a little up here if you want, but immediately it makes the skin just more supple looking, just a little bit younger looking. But you don't want to go crazy, and you don't want that heavy pop of color. Okay, other thing you can do that's really, really cool, I want to show you. Sometimes when we get older, we think that we can't do anything that has a glow or a shimmer to it. Everyone's like, I can only wear matte. I can only wear matte. I'm over 50, and that makes me crazy because that is not the truth. First of all, you can do anything you want. But the best way to try it, if you've been wanting to try it and you're a little bit afraid, a great way to really lift the skin while trying something with a glow in it is to take a really beautiful cream blush. I'm going to use Petal, and I'm going to start up here. So this is Petal Blush. Right here, right from the pupil and up, always up, because we're trying to get more lifted effect. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of Gilded Honey in the stick, and I'm going to mix it with it, very lightly. So literally, I'm mixing the two together, I'm using my fingertips, and watch this. That's a little bit of color with a little bit of glow in it. That will pop a mature skin every time. No. Should you be taking this glow stick and using it all over? No. Should you be using heavy, heavy shimmer eyes? No. But a little bit of glow on that cheek makes everything pop. It's beautiful. Okay. Because essentially, we all want to just look the best version of ourselves as we age while keeping your own personal style. And then one more thing I want to talk about before we sign out is lip liner and lipstick. So I think with lip liner, and I'm guilty of this too, as we get older, I don't know if it's because we're children of the 90s and 80s, but we tend to exaggerate our lip liner. So if you're using your lip liner way too dark, that is so aging. If some young girl does it, you can say, oh, it just looks bad. But on an older woman, it looks like you're trying to relive an era that you were already once in. So I honestly would say, start matching your lip liner to your gloss or your lipstick. So important. Go one shade darker and it's fine, but don't go all the way dark. Keep it in that same family. The other thing you can do too is if you're wearing a lipstick but you want your lips fuller, put on your lipstick first and then use the lip line all around the mouth. The other thing you can do, you've heard me say this one before, it's one of my favorite tricks in the world. If you have a mouth that migrates and everything kind of looks dry around the mouth and the mouth doesn't look as supple as you want it to, use something like a French vanilla or a Portofino just to go around the mouth and help with the shadows. Definitely. If you're matching your lip liner, we're using something to help with the shadows around the mouth. Can you wear a dark lipstick? Yeah. I don't believe in you shouldn't wear a dark lipstick after a certain age, but I do think you should keep it soft. I don't think it should be a matte. If you have dry lips, it just gets very crusty looking. I mean, again, 95 years old, I go back to Iris and her red lip that she's wearing, it's a satin color with a matching lip liner and it looks absolutely stunning. So I hope that helps because those were some...
What's your lip combo today?
My lip combo is the same. I always wear it. I love it so much. Okay, so it's spackle because I always put a lot of spackle on my lip, but then I take the nude lip pencil and I base my entire mouth with it, and then I use sugar cane. I don't even... Is this on LauraGeller.com? Mm-hmm. I always think they're going to not have it anymore because it's my favorite. Okay, there. Sugar cane. That's the second thing after black eyeliner that I pulled out of the bag when I said how to take in your makeup bag. Sugar cane, and I like cookie dough too, but sugar cane just happens to be one of my favorites. So if you've been wearing the same makeup for the past 20 to 30 years, try to pull back, try to update. If you're wearing a full face of makeup to get out of the house, just find your core items, drop the other ones. It'll be a great segue for you. Don't be afraid of eyeliner. Mix dark color and then another smoky color and use your fingertips. Trust me, it makes your eyes look popped. Don't worry about it. Please don't worry about it. Don't be afraid to wear black eyeliner. Don't let any of that waterline show on the top. That's super, super important. Watch your concealer. Do wear blush. Do wear a little glow, but do it softly and always do it upward. Do not kill yourself by tanning. Use a little fake tanner, a little self tanner, and then mix a bronze with a little bit of a highlight. Also, you can opt for a creamy cheek color, but absolutely mix it with something that has a little more glow to it, and immediately you're going to get that lift in your skin. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps because I know we all just want to look our best. I do know they are running a really cool Facebook contest to be able to get all 50 kisses. I don't know how it works exactly, but if you go to Facebook, Laura Geller Facebook page, they'll send you through the links, but you can win all 8 shades at once, which I think is pretty cool. So I'm going to be doing some traveling for Laura, and I'm not going to be back for a few weeks. But when I get back, we're going to go over some really fun things, new topics. We're going to talk about that new kind of super nude gilded face that's coming down the pike for spring. I can't wait. So I can't wait to see you all in a couple of weeks and have an amazing day. Bye, everybody.